We will discuss in today's session. We will discuss few setup related data, which includes I already listed here. We'll see how to configure electronic signature. We'll see how to configure related persons relationships, means dependents, how to configure coverage targets for healthcare and insurance, and what is healthcare classifications. Okay.
Okay.
So cover this setup related data. Okay. So let's proceed with that. First thing, electronic signature. Electronic signature is nothing but a confirmation from the employee. I have read all the terms and conditions of the employer or the company, and I'm enrolling myself and my dependents into the benefit plan. It's something like agreeing the terms and conditions. Okay. So this is a checkbox. The person needs to be select and submit, which means the person has acknowledged. Okay. Let's see how to configure this one, sir. Simple and straightforward tasks. So you can access the task, maintain benefit electronic signatures. These are the existing signatures for different types of countries. So what I do is I will add one row here. So I will give the prefix as AMD just for our understanding which one is triggering electronic signature. And here we can give the electronic signature text. Something customer will provide these details is something we cannot do. Customer has to provide the details.
Yes.
I'll give some random help text here. Something like what will you? I'm giving some random text.
Yes, sir.
I have agreed the benefit enrollment terms and conditions. My eligible benefit plans in terms of enrollment, myself, and my dependents. Something that it will give. And you can bring it in color if you want by selecting this, which color you want to present. And also you can keep it as bold letters if you would like to. Okay, we have multiple options.
Yes.
Now, let's say benefits we are deploying globally, correct? Like USA, Canada, UK, India, all other countries. But I would like to restrict this benefit group applicable only for the employees in USA. So here I must select country USA. Remember, if you don't assign any country here, by default, this is applicable for almost all the employees. Okay, if you don't give any restrictions, this signature is applicable for all the countries. Okay. So restrict to benefit groups. We have benefit groups for US, we have benefit group for Canada, we have benefit group for India. For which group of people would you like to display this electronic signature? So here we have, I'm going to select USA, active employees, salaried, the existing benefit group. Active employees in salary. So active employees in salary, if they're enrolling, this should be displayed. But if you remember, there is already a restricted one for configured in this tenant. Okay. So this is the Workday sample one Workday has given. So now I want to make it as a default, this one, so that our electronic signature you can see whenever you're enrolling the employees. Okay, only one you can make it as a default. Yeah. Okay, or else what happen is based on the employee benefit group. This will, if for example in US itself I have two different types of electronic signature. Based on the benefit groups, the signature will be displayed. If I'm assigned the benefit plan for salaried employee, this will be available. If I'm assigning the benefit plan for a hourly employee, these instructions will be visible. Like that also we can control. Okay. Any
Okay.
questions here?
Okay. So if I put the restricted benefit group to be hourly for different group, I will not check the defaults, right? So
Take.
it will be unchecked. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm selecting okay. Now, once you create this electronic signature, you need to map to your existing, or you can create a new, sorry, suddenly the name doesn't come. Provider, benefit provider. Electronic signature must be mapped with the benefit provider, sir. So let's create a benefit provider here, and then we'll map this electronic signature with the Ben provider. So this we are going to use for our retirement savings account. Let me give MetLife. Or we aimed as a prefix. Okay. But here, electronic signature we have configured, right? Just now, AMD, please map this one. Please map this one. So if you assign any benefit plan with this provider, this signature will be displayed
Okay.
additionally. Okay.
Yeah.
And we discussed in our last session this URL and all, hence I'm leaving it as blank.
Provided. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is about a simple electronic signature. Here, two things, sir. There are two configurations where we have to request customer to provide free text. One is electronic signature, another one is enrollment instructions. This we will discuss during our open enrollment. Okay.
Okay.
Then related persons relationship. If you are configuring or setting up the benefit plans for healthcare or life insurance, then it is mandatory you need to create relationship types like spouse, children, daughter, son, parent, mother, father, like that. So let's configure that. In fact, in this time, the details are already available. However, we will configure some new fields. So for this, you can access the task called maintain relationship related persons relationships. Select this. Actually, this time we have a sample data. Normally, Workday doesn't give any details, something like this. You need to configure.
Yes.
So we'll do one thing. What I do is, yeah, you can select relationship type name. Expose is already there. Okay. Sibling is there. Siblings also there. So the name's already there, right? If you give the same name, Workday will give error. That's why we'll add a prefix AMD expose, which means we are configuring this.
Yeah.
Then I'll give AMD, you can call it as expose or ex-partner. Uncle, aunt, something is there. Oh, it's already there.
Mhm. Son,
Okay.
AMD son, AMD
Yeah,
spouse.
we can give son, correct, sir. We can give AMD daughter.
Spouse. Mhm.
Okay. Now we need to map these relationships with workday relationships. Ex-spouse is nothing but a spouse, right? You can give ex-spouse.
Ex-spouse. Yeah.
Yeah, or ex-partner. Ex-partner also available. We'll map this. These are workday delivered values, sir.
Yes.
And son is nothing but a children. Or
Child.
a child. Daughter also is nothing but child.
Child.
This one. Okay, like this. Now here, restrict to relationships. Restrict to relationships. For example, whenever you're selecting spouse, let me change this to spouse itself because we already gave ex-spouse, right? Or I'll give, instead of ex-spouse, I'll give partner. Okay. Now, restrict to relationships. Whenever you enroll in either of these four, okay, either of these four, would you like to default? Would you like to default dependent or emergency contact or beneficiary?
Beneficiary.
Okay, if you want, you can select these three reasons
Custody.
according to
Yeah.
the customer's call. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does this work? Is ex-spouse act as emergency contact, beneficiary, and also dependent. Okay. So I will give spouse as beneficiary, dependent, emergency contact. Then child is dependent and beneficiary. Daughter also beneficiary and dependent. Okay. Now what happens whenever you enroll these people, automatically in the benefit plan, whenever you're adding this data, right, it will display beneficiary and dependent. You can choose one of the value there instead of adding. Okay, I will show you. This is setup, right? While we
Yeah.
test now, we can see all these details. Yeah. Restrictive countries. Would you like to display all these four relationship types only for specific country? If yes, select the countries here. USA. So these relationship names applicable only for country USA. If you're assigning benefit plans, then in USA only these are available. If you're assigning benefit plans other than USA, these won't be available. Okay, we are
Yeah.
Then include relations for wellness program. Sometimes customers will give wellness programs. Okay, it is a flag actually. It doesn't play any key role here. Would like to include the children's in the wellness program, gym memberships, or any company provided yoga vouchers. Okay, we can select the checkbox, not mandatory. Right. And even if you can scroll to right, here to tell you the usage count, sir.
Yeah.
Like how many benefit plans you have mapped these relationship types. So far it is 0 because we have not mapped nor created any, hence. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions on this?
Good. I'm good.
Good. Okay. Okay. Then we'll also talk about coverage targets. The next, let me save this. You can see these details while we're countering the plans. Excuse me. Now we'll talk about coverage targets under that healthcare classifications. Healthcare classifications. So let me also explain it high level. Anyhow, we're going to configure this. Coverage targets are required. Coverage targets are required for three types of benefit plans, sir. One is healthcare. Another one is insurance. The last one is additional, which means if you're setting up the coverage targets, health, insurance, and additional, then only these coverage targets are required. Okay, coverage targets are required. Let me explain at high level now. Like what is this coverage targets in a sense? Some of the benefit plans rates will be different based on the combinations. Combinations in the combination in the sense employee only employee, or let me put in this, employee only, employee plus spouse, employee plus spouse plus children, or employee plus spouse plus children plus parents. So let's take insurance plan. Okay, her healthcare insurance. If the employee is single, employee can choose this. Only employee is enrolling into the plan because the employee is single, not married. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or if the employee choose if the married employee plus spouse, or employee married plus children, employee spouse plus children, employee married plus children plus spouse plus parents. So why these are required, right? Because the rates of health insurance coverage rates or contributions are different for each one. If it is only employee, the rates are different. If
Yeah.
it's employee plus spouse, the rates are different. So you need these details. Okay. So we need these details. So how to configure this? So you can go to the task, maintain healthcare coverage targets. Similar to that, we do have, see, maintain insurance coverage target, additional benefit coverage targets.
Okay.
So we need to configure all, but I'll show one example for maintain healthcare coverage targets now. Okay, display order, again, priorities are, this is the thing about priority. I will give here AMD employee only. Okay, so minimum dependent, maximum dependent. So only one employee, only one employee. Okay, second one is normally what happened in this end already data is there. For our class additionally I'm configuring. So two, let's copy from here itself. Employee plus spouse. Minimum one employee and spouse. Maximum of two. All right. And here select the value dependent types.
Spouse.
AMD partner. Oh, partner we can. Okay.
Partner.
Yeah. Then third one. Employee plus spouse plus children. There is an error. Okay. So minimum one, children, two children if they're allowing, three, maximum three. Okay. Now
Or
here,
four.
yeah,
Maybe plus two children.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Thank you. So let's add three rows. Here we will select. First, I'll start with partner.
Partner.
Yeah. Son.
With child. Oh, okay. Will it be son? Okay. Son.
Even we can select, since we configured separately, we are selecting, or else simply we can select child also.
Okay.
Okay. So parent also we configured, but we have not configured these values. So please do ignore. So here requires enrollment. When you select this, Workday force you to enroll this AMD part. Workday force you to enroll this person into the benefit plan. Okay.
Okay.
It is mandatory. It's a kind of inbuilt validation, but it's up to customers' call, right? Whether they want to or they don't want to. So
Yeah.
please don't select unless the customer make it as mandatory.
Okay.
So here you have HSA coverage.
Sorry, Kia. So if perhaps one checked that box and during the course of testing and all that, maybe you are not supposed to, can somebody go back to it and uncheck?
Sorry, do you want me to go back to the relationship type task?
No, I'm
Uh,
talking about this require enrollment, right?
huh,
The requires enrollment. Once you check, it means that you are making it mandatory.
mandatory, correct.
But if you don't want to, right? But maybe in the course of configuration, I mistakenly check it,
Mhm.
right? And after running now, using the user, oh, that are not supposed to be mandatory. If I come back to edit, maintain health coverage target, will I still be able to uncheck it?
Good one. So basically, setup configuration always is eligible to revoke the changes. However, I'm assuming once you make this partner already enrolled, this you cannot unselect. But let me check this and come back to you, sir. Is
Okay,
it fine? Yeah.
okay,
So health savings we have not discussed yet, HSA. So we will
okay,
discuss family mapping, employee mapping, and his usage count. In future, if you don't want any of these coverage targets, you can select so that it won't be displayed in the assignment
okay.
plan. Yeah. Any questions on this task?
I think that's okay. It's clear.
Clear. Okay. Now let me save this. Okay. Oh yeah, mapping. I have to
Okay,
go.
sorry. Uh, with this now, once we set up the maintain health care coverage target, does this like cover under the health insurance for medical, for dental, and vision?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm, so for employee self, it's not
Okay.
required. It's my
Okay.
bad. Yeah. No, no, for employee self, it is not required, sir. Only for targets, it is. Remove this value.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. This is a basic setup we have done, sir. Okay, before we're going to configure plans. Now, what I do is we will start. Okay, we'll also let's discuss about healthcare classifications exclusive for USA.
Okay.
Yeah, healthcare classifications. I believe in this one it will be definitely might be available. So normally the healthcare classifications we have, one is PPO. The PPO stands for Preferred Provider Organization. Only for USA these are applicable. Next thing you can see is HMO. Health Management Organization. Okay, so these are the normal classifications we have. Of course, further these you can map under dental, vision, etc. Let's see. So you can access for this a task called, yeah, here we go, maintain healthcare classifications. Okay, so for US, PPO, preferred provider, HMO, healthcare, what is that? HMO stands for Healthcare Management Organizations, DMO, HDSP. These classifications you can create. These are just for reporting purpose, sir. Doesn't play any key role. Customer has to provide which classification they have. Okay. Once they provide this classification, where exactly will use? Let me show you that also. Whenever we're getting insurance plan and healthcare plans, especially the healthcare plans, here the classifications we will map. Why it is required? For integrations and reporting. Okay. So any questions on this one, sir? We will discuss this. I mean, we have not configured any healthcare or HSA or insurance. We will discuss this.
Yeah, okay. So for this one, okay, the different coverage type here, we'll just put then the dental. Normally, they tend out to come blank for a new configuration, right? So we have to set all of this in it
Yeah.
in the template.
Yeah.
Okay.
First, we need to do the setup. Correct. Okay. This is about the basic setup. Now, quickly, what we will do is we'll proceed to create one benefit plan, sir. Okay, the retirement savings benefit plan. Okay. So with the coverage type we can will use that. Okay, sorry, anyhow, we need this also, right? Yeah. The
Okay.
most important one is this one, sir. Benefits census report. Okay. This report will tell you whether all your employees, the employees whosoever all are mapped to the benefit plans, or any employees, though they're eligible and have not mapped to the benefit plans. Most will run this report. So this will guide us. It's a delivered report from Workday called benefit census. So let's see the output once. So this report will help you to get like what are all the benefit plans this employees has been enrolled, plan type, coverage, percentage, dependents, all these details. This report is a guide for us whether all our employees are enrolled or any employee has been missed. Okay, but I will give you the other reports as well,
Okay.
including audits. Okay, fine. Now we'll proceed to create a 401k benefit plan. Okay, 401k straightforward benefit plan. Okay. Maintain, but I will give the requirement in the document, so don't worry on that. I will work on today, this weekend, I will share with you.
Okay.
So retirement is nothing but, 401k is nothing but retirement savings account. Either you can call it as a pension payment, superannuations, or retirement. It falls here, retirement section, right, sir? So please expand this section. Let's create coverage again first. So add the row. One, display it as one. So I'm going to give it AMD 401. Okay. Beneficiary designation is required. If we select designation is required, if you select not applicable, dependent or beneficiary is not mandatory. If you select optional, employee can choose to assign the beneficiary. If you select required, it is mandatory employee has to enroll the beneficiary.
The beneficiary.
Sorry, enroll in the sense declare. Like if something risk happened to an employee, so the dependent will get all this contribution amount.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then icon will select it as this one, 401k. Right. Then these are as usual. So in the first session discussed, is it mandatory to enroll into the plan? If yes, select this. Would you like to display employee cost and employer contributions? By default, this will be selected. And it is not we are not assigning this plan at year end. So please do ignore this one. Okay. Then select OK. Now the next step, create benefit plan. Create benefit plan. Check the effective date. Provider, we created A and B MetLife. Plan type is retirement. Okay. Coverage is AMD 401k. Participating benefit group is active employees, investors, salaried. Worker eligibility, we are not giving at this moment. I'm selecting it as auto enroll, sir, which means mandate the employee has to choose this plan. Okay, you see how this works. Okay. So we have to allow the employee to, okay, let it be. Frequency, let's say monthly. Plan details, we can give some kind of instructions if you want to. Some kind of customer, we have to provide these details. Something like this. Right. Employee contribution, let's say minimum is 0, maximum, oh, it's a percentage, right? 401k. Minimum is 0, maximum is, let's say, 30%. Okay, so employee can enter minimum 0 to up to 30. Okay, sir. Similarly, employer contribution also will enter. Employer contribution percentage is 5%. Match up. Okay. We'll also give some names here. 401k, retirement plan, retirement benefits. If company has a policy on 401k, what is the minimum, what are the maximum contributions per annum an employee can do? In which scenarios employee can claim this amount? So those will be maintained in the portal. That URL we can map it here, sir. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll also talk about payroll, how to map the external payroll directions in today's session. Fine. So any questions on the plan configuration?
On the frequency, we chose monthly. Is that because or how does the frequency drive?
Actually, if you give whatever the frequency, the amount will be deducted based on that frequency, sir. So it's up to customers call which frequency they would like to process this on monthly basis, weekly basis, bi-weekly basis. That's fine. I will give some monthly here. Okay. Yeah. Then we give contribution details. Now let me also talk about external payroll deduction. So we have two things, especially on 4.1. I mean, two things here. In-house payroll, external payroll. So you know the difference, right, sir? What is in-house Workday payroll and external payroll? In-house means within Workday itself, you're running the payroll within Workday. right? So which means the direction also you need to create within Workday. External payroll means the payroll is happening or processing with external vendor like ADP, Paycheck,
ADP.
yeah, NGA, something like that. So for them, the direction setup is different. For in-house, the direction setup is different. Let me show how to create for external payroll direction. So I will save this record. Remember, I have not tagged anything. I save this. Now go to maintain external. Actually, this integration team will be take care payroll direction, but I will show you. The pay group. Is there any pay group for mostly for US is in-house payroll? Okay, something is there. Let's select this. Okay, for US. This is configured by the integration team, so don't worry. But we should aware how to do this. We can give the name as AMD 441K. Code will give it as 3A EPI. This needs to be given by the ADP or Paycheck. They have to give the code. Then pay group will assign based on the country. And benefit tax, it's a pre-tax or employee cost, pre-tax. Plan is the one we created. You can map it. Okay. So integration team will map, but here we'll give the name. We'll add one row, and we are mapping to the respect to the pay group. Code is provided by your third-party payroll vendor, and then pay group. I'm mapping here, and benefit tax, pre-tax, post-tax, and the benefit plan. Okay. Any questions are asked?
This only becomes applicable if we are using external payroll. So if we are not using external payroll, we don't need to do this.
No, not required. Exactly. Correct. Yeah. So now let's see how this direction can be mapped to the work benefit plan. So whenever you want to see all the benefit plans on one single screen, you can enter benefit plans, this report.
So if it is not applicable, if it is just in-house payroll, so we are not doing any maintaining anything, we just leave it there.
No.
Okay.
We need to create this one, sir. Create deduction in Workday itself, end-to-end deduction. In payroll, we will learn this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so with the help of this task called benefit plans, you can see all the list of benefit plans are available here. So we get the retirement savings, go there and apply the filter by selecting enter. Under value, search for AMD. Filter. Now you see if you can scroll to the end. Okay, let's go to the plan itself. And we need to map this, edit this. Benefit plan. If it is the in-house, it automatically map. If it is external, then please do map the deduction here. Interesting. So the direction must be available over there, but looks like it's not. That's we have not assigned this to our correct, right? So there's nothing has been created for US, but let me select something different. Actually, should display our direction here, sir,
Mhm.
automatically. But looks like this is because of it defaulted to the parent entity. Some kind of setup is missing, or there is no specific pay group for our US specific pay group. Could be also one other reason. So this I will have to troubleshoot why it is not coming in. Hmm. Okay. So this is something I need to troubleshoot, but no worries. I will try to figure it out what went wrong. So here we stuck. Okay. Here the direction should come.
Okay.
Or I will show one quick thing. Okay. One quick thing. If it is in-house payroll, don't worry about this. This is part of payroll. We will learn during payroll session. Ah, my bad. I'm sorry. You see here? Sir, can you... Hello? Sir, can you hear me? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. No, no, it's
okay.
my bad. Actually, it's mapping here properly. Even our external direction also has been successfully mapped, but I'm looking into here. Okay, it's mapped, sir. Sorry, can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. It's working actually. It's mapping perfectly, but I'm looking into the another tab.
The wrong place. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that confusions. So, any questions on today's topic, sir?
So here now, if you the earnings and deductions in the upper side, it says AMD 401k, then AMD benefit plan.
Hmm.
So
What is it, right? So
yeah, why is it
uh,
showing those two?
this one external payroll deduction we created, maintain deductions. You remember? External, okay. This one is AMD benefit in-house deduction. It is here, okay. This
Okay.
one is external deduction we created. Okay, change the pay group. Oh, no worries. Let me get one quickly here. Okay. Now, if I save this, you can see another deduction on our benefit plan. You can see two now, right? If I refresh, oh, it's not coming in. I didn't map it or what. Hmm. Okay, I'll do one thing. So this one I'll pick up on next session. I will explain in detail. Is that
Okay.
fine? What is the
Okay.
difference in these two?
Okay.
Sorry for the confusions.
Okay.
And this weekend I will work and I will share one requirement document. Maybe you can start configuring based on that, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Is that fine if we can hold for that and continue tomorrow? And I will explain in the next session what exactly the difference is in-house and external.